Our press conference will be an opening statement from the head coach and then open up for Q&A for the coach and the student athletes. Coach, go ahead when you're ready.
Well, it's a heck of a football game. I don't think anybody can deny that. St. John's is a first-class outfit. They're a giant of a program, and we knew that coming in. And we just did everything we could, and we played hard, and I'm so proud of our guys. Games like this, everybody says it just kind of stinks that somebody has to lose a game like this. But you have to, and so I'm just extremely proud of these guys, especially the seniors, because they have, our seniors, 18 of them have changed the legacy of AAU football. And it's because of them that we played that hard and that well.
All right, thank you, Coach. Questions? Frank.
Coach, Frank Rikuski, works for the website here. You say this is one of those games that's tough to lose. I mean, you really had to feel like the way things were going offensively that if there had been another couple minutes left on the clock, you guys probably could have punched it in again there. I mean,
it's possible. I don't know how many drives we scored out of how many. It was a pretty high percentage, but as they were, it's the same. So. Yeah, if we felt like we had another minute on the clock, we probably could have put it out. I think we got it down to about the 30 there at the end. It was close. And I'm proud of these two over here too. Colton and our wideouts were making some crazy catches, and he was making some crazy plays, Brett Favreism type plays, and they got a lot of heart, and that's what I'm proud of the most.
Next question.
Eric Fred from St. Cloud Times, Coach. Things came out scoring 4 or 6 possessions in the first half, and then while you put up points in the second, things kind of slowed down a little bit. Can you pinpoint at where things went wrong in the second, or not necessarily went wrong, but slowed down?
What did we put up? 21 in the second half. 21.
19, I think.
I'm okay with that.
Did you? I mean, you guys moved the ball as well as anybody has against St. John's all year. I mean, is that the kind of approach you guys have taken all season? I mean, that really just being aggressive in the passing game, making those kind of plays, or was there something that you game planned differently for today? Or
we can run the ball very well. I think we're averaging like 190 yards a game too, as well. And so with that, it's hard to, when you're playing an offense like these guys here, it's just hard to defend. And then when you have a quarterback that can run, I mean, that's another element that most schools don't have. But in saying that, listen, you put 47 on a team that's giving up 11 points a game. I mean, these guys are making plays now. How many wideouts made crazy catches and him making crazy throws and crazy runs? The credit goes to these guys. So, I think that our first game was a statement game for us. Because playing St. Norbert, who was sixth defense in the country last year, and we had them 50-19 in the first few minutes of the third quarter, and we were just on a roll offensively. And I think that offensively they just never stopped. I think they really thought that they could do that, and I think that was such a catalyst game for them to spearhead them into the season that they had. And they never let up. I think one game we struggled a little bit offensively. That was Concordia, Wisconsin. That was really kind of it. and for me as a coach, it always starts up front with those guys. We got a great offensive line coach and Big Mike Tusso, and he's done a wonderful job with those guys. All those linemen were here last year, and to see the transformation from last year to this year goes all the credit to Big Mike. And because without linemen, you can forget about your quarterback and running back and wideouts. You can't do anything without linemen. And I've told them that from day one. We're going to go as they go. And those are the guys I'm really, really proud of, how hard they fought.
Questions for the student athletes?
Hey, Kevin, you guys were able to pick up a lot of big plays on third, fourth down, the touchdown. I mean, what was going right there? What was?
I think our offensive line did great. We knew they had a pretty good front seven. They were pretty well built, and I think the line just giving me that extra time to be able to scramble. I think that was one of our most effective plays, just me getting the time and moving around back there and just finding an open guy.
Next question.
Yeah, I mean, just that you were able to break a lot of tackles today. I mean, you were able to kind of evade, when there was pressure, you were able to kind of evade it. I mean, obviously you've made a lot of big plays this year. I mean, do you feel pretty confident in a situation like that?
Yeah, I mean, with the off-season training that Coach Beebe and Coach Trudeau, our strength and conditioning coach, I felt like I got a lot faster this year. So with the pocket presence, I just feel comfortable back there. If I need to go, then I can make a play.
I mean, because there were just a number of plays where you were rolled out, you know, dodged a tackle, kept the ball, and then found your receiver. I mean, coach, is that something he's done well all year? Just that staying poised back there? And
Yeah, you can't coach that. That's just a guy making plays. And again, as you know, I played with a guy that was similar to that, Brett Favre. I mean, the guy just makes plays, and he never gets hurt. He takes all these shots and everything like this, and the guy never gets hurt. Thank God.
again, kind of like Brett Favre.
Like, yeah, and that's something that you just can't coach. You just let the guy go out and make plays like Gavin.
Other questions?
Coach, you guys have some Minnesota connections too. Was Chad here today?
He was.
Watching him, so that had to be nice.
It was, yeah. I just wish he'd be healthy.
Yeah, no, well, I think a lot of people in Minnesota do
Yeah.
too. So Colton, just can you talk about Gavin a little bit as a quarterback and just what he's done this year?
Yeah, I mean, coming last year, he was a very good quarterback, and then this year he just took the extra step. Like you said before, with all the training we had, but he was just off the charts this year. He was a great quarterback to have, probably one of the best ones I've ever had, and you know, we just have a good connection with each other, trust each other. So just when he's running around back there, I have full faith. Just find the open zone and have him throw it because he's going to find the open spot.
Gavin and Coach, it sounds like you know, the next game we'll be back here too. You guys will be back here to start the year. I mean, you know, given the way today went, and as you look ahead to that first game next year, how exciting is that going to be to come back and get a rematch?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be exciting off season just to build off this first year, and I think we'll be ready to go by next year.
The only thing I'll add to that is, you know, when I took the job this year, I looked at the off season or out of conference games, and I knew that we were going to have to beef up our schedule. And so, you know, and I wanted to go play a giant of a program, and St. John was one of those teams. And so we called them, and they were gracious enough to play us. And now that I get to meet Gary and see his organization and the facilities that he has, it just you know, confirms my decision of playing great programs like this, because that only makes us better. When you play class programs, you know, you play programs that you want to be. You know, it makes it fun, and it makes it fun coaching against another guy that's just a great guy. I mean, Gary was the first guy to come to me and say some really nice things. I mean, most coaches don't do that. And I think Gary would have done that even if he lost. I really do. I think that's the kind of program that they have here, and it's commendable, and it's good for our kids to see. That was a great atmosphere today.
Anything final? All right.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, gentlemen.